Hello students, welcome to Legacy IAS Academy. In today's video, we are going to discuss about a recent viral outbreak that has been discovered in the continent of Africa. The virus is called as Marburg virus. So we are going to discuss that what is the whole news about this particular virus and how deadly this virus can be. So first of all, to give you the brief background of this particular topic, recently the WHO, that is the World Health Organization, has convened an urgent meeting after the Central African nation, that is the Equatorial Guinea, has confirmed the first outbreak of what is believed to be a highly infectious virus, Marburg virus. And the disease associated with Marburg virus is called as Marburg virus disease, or in short also referred as MVD. And as far as the effect of virus is concerned, so far 9 deaths and 16 suspected cases have been reported in this particular African nation. If we talk about the preliminary test, it has turned out to be positive for this deadly disease, and which is similar to a disease that has broken out in Africa itself few years back, that is called as Ebola, which the United Nations Health Body, that is WHO, has said. And in response of that, WHO has deployed advanced teams in the affected district to basically trace the contact, isolate the people who are affected by this disease, and also provide adequate medical care to people who are showing the symptoms of the disease. So let us try to understand the background of the disease by understanding its origin. That when exactly for the first time Marburg virus disease was first of all observed, the case was observed. So as we can see, it was the year 1967 when we have two places in Europe. One was the Belgrade in Serbia, another was Marburg and Frankfurt in Germany, where we observed the first case of MVD. After that, 1967, the next cases originated or emerged somewhere in the Africa. Again, we can see in different countries such as Kenya, later on Uganda, then we have Democratic Republic of Congo, then we have Angola, and then also South Africa. These were the countries that also got affected by this Marburg virus somewhere between 1975 to 2017. If we talk about the most recent outbreak, as you have just discussed, it is the Equatorial Guinea, where we have outbreak of this disease in year 2021, and then in the Ashanti region of Ghana also in 2022 we have the outbreak of the disease before the recent or latest case. Now, let us try to understand few points about this Marburg virus disease. So first of all, if we talk about this particular virus itself, it belongs to a family that is called as Filoviridae family, and this virus, if it affects the person, it can cause viral hemorrhagic fever as a first symptoms. If you talk about the exact way how humans have been affected by this virus, many scientists claim that the first case of the virus happened when a human came into contact with the Ugandan imported African green monkeys, or they come into contact with the tissues of these green monkeys. And that is why it is an example or a case of a viral disease that basically has transferred itself from the animal kingdom to the humanity or Homo sapiens. Also, many scientists believe that it can be transmitted to the primates from bats as well, especially the frugivorous bat, the fruit eating bat, which are considered as a natural host of the virus. And as long as the virus is inside the bat, it does not display any symptom. Bat do not seem to display any symptom. But once you come in contact with the bat, or if you come in contact with the fluids that is discharged of the bat, then obviously these virus can enter into your body, that is the human body. So basically what we can say that as far as the spread of the infection is concerned, it spreads among human via direct contact with the bodily fluids of infected bats, or the such surfaces which are contaminated with the fluids of bat, like bed sheets and clothes can be there. Also, disease can spread out during burial ceremonies if there is direct contact with the body of the deceased as well. That means once it transmits itself from the bat to human, human to human transmission is much more easier, and even from another dead body any person can get affected, or can get basically can get affected by this particular virus. Now the question comes that how deadly this particular infection can be, because recently the world has been basically been affected by the COVID virus that has been most deadliest outbreak in the past 100 years. So that is why many people are very much concerned that how deadly is the infection if you are affected by the Marburg virus. So as far as the doctors are concerned, they have said that the incubation period of this particular viral disease is almost 2 to 21 days, and average fatality somewhere can be considered as 50%, because if you look at the past cases, we have the variation in fatality. In some places the fatality was 28%, while in some cases it was as high as 80%. That is why average fatality we can consider somewhere to be about 50%. The major symptoms that the person who are actually affected by this virus displays are high fever, severe headache and discomfort, and many cases we have observed where death can occur after 8 or 9 days of the onset of the symptoms, which is usually preceded by severe blood loss and shock. So what about the available treatment? So as we know, as any novel viral diseases are concerned, we do not have any authorized vaccine or drugs as far as this particular virus is concerned. However, doctors say that as far as the treatment of a concerned person is concerned, they should be basically treated with rehydration solution such as ORS, oral rehydration solution, or intravenous fluids should be given to them, or treatment of the specific symptoms such as headache, fever can also improve the chances of survival. But as far as the perfect cure is concerned, we either do not have, neither we do not have any kind of vaccine, nor we have any kind of specific drugs. So actually, if you look at the past few years, we can clearly see that there's a lot of diseases that actually are viral diseases which can cause epidemics and also can cause pandemics. Largely they originate from two major continents, that is Africa and Asia. So the question automatically comes into mind that why Africa and Asia is a hot spot for disease outbreak. So here the scientists have given three major reasons behind that. First of all, as we know that African and Asian nations, there since the population density in Asia is very higher, and also people are living very close contact with the wild animals and very close contact with the different sort of animals. There is a high probability of people to come in contact with the animals or animal tissues, or we can say animal waste products, and that is why the probability of infection is quite high. Second reason also we can give is that both the continents in last 50-60 years have observed a dramatic transformative changes, both due to the development of infrastructure, development of, we can say, urbanization, industrialization, and similar kind of events has also happened in Europe in the past. For example, when industrial evolution began in Europe, you also have outbreak of many diseases such as cholera, plague, and all these diseases are there. And similar kind of situation we are right now seeing in the Africa as well as Asia. The third reason which we can give behind this is that both continents are having dense forest because of their location in the tropical and equatorial zone, and thus because the people are living in the wild, people are living in the forest, near the forest, there is also in many countries of Asian Africa a strong culture of consuming the wildlife, that is eating the wildlife. And not only eating the wildlife, many times the wildlife products are also used as a traditional medicine. So due to this, overall the probability of coming in contact with infected animals is much more higher in these two continents as compared to Europe, North America, South America, or Australia. Thus, what we can say as a conclusion, that obviously we have identified the problem. So what should be the perfect solution to tackle such kind of pandemics or endemic diseases? So the major approach that is being suggested by many experts across the world is what is referred as One Health approach. And One Health approach basically refers to such concept which says that three things, that is human health, environmental health as well as the animal health, should not be considered as separate, should not be considered in separate silos. Rather, they all are linked together, as the COVID pandemic has clearly shown to us. And due to this, in this regard, the WHO Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus has said that we cannot protect human health without considering the impact of human activities that disrupt ecosystems, encroach on the habitats, and further drive climate change. So if you want to minimize the impact and the outbreak of endemics and outbreak of epidemics and pandemics such as COVID in recent times, we must ensure that we are taking we are taking basically corrective measure to ensure that our activities are not causing harm to the ecosystem biodiversity. So I hope you understood about this particular video. If you like the video, please hit the like button, share it with your fellow aspirants, as well as subscribe to our channel for more content. Thank you very much.